I'm Lincoln WAMBUGU, and this is Lincoln WAMBUGU Live. And my guest for tonight is Professor Patrick Ntonje and our very own resident analyst, Mr. Kenneth Kimathi. Remember, we do this every Thursday from 8:15 all the way to 9 in the PM. So stay tuned, and many thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be discussing food security and things that have been affecting the country, especially what we have been witnessing in areas of Baringo and Turkana counties, where we have seen people die due to starvation. Mr. Patrick, Professor.
Thank you, sir.
Karibu sana.
Yes,
thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Kimathi.
Thank you, sir.
We missed you last week.
I'm back.
But the train got here on time.
Wow, that's great.
Good to have you, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Now, we have witnessed cases of people dying as a result of starvation, especially in Baringo and Turkana counties. Those are the worst hit. And there's an outro. Who is to blame? Is it the national government? Is it the county government? Is it the people themselves? Who is to blame?
Well, Baringo is where we had our second president come from.
Yes.
We have great people like Senator Desan.
Yes.
We have many great leaders from this region. I don't think if they put together their minds, there is so much that can be done both at the national level and at the county level.
Yes.
People also should put their leaders into, their toes.
Yes.
So that we have some action. It is sad and very sorry to our people for dying in the 21st century.
Due to starvation.
Yeah, due to starvation.
Yes.
It's very sad. As a nation, we need to do more.
Yes.
We need to do more from the perspective of the church. We need to do more from the perspective of good neighborhood, and more seriously so from both levels of government. Yes.
Mr. Kimathi, people are mad. People are mad, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But the question is, who is to blame? At the end of the day, there is somewhere that the buck has to stop. Who is to blame?
For me, I blame the leaders because, as the word says, they are the leaders. So they have led their people to hunger.
They led the people to hunger.
This time round, they led their own to hunger. And they cannot run away from the responsibility.
Yes.
The buck stops with them. Okay?
National, county, or both?
Both. Yeah. So responsibility is not only it's still at the national level and devolved out to the MCA's level. Okay. The other day we saw a chief being sacked.
Yes.
Because he blew in fact he didn't blow the whistle. He just stated the facts at the yard and facts that we could see.
Yes.
Okay. And he got a sack. Okay. Just for the big man to say he had been sacked before.
Oh,
okay.
For whistleblowing the truth.
Yeah. So just telling the thing as it is, when people are dying and you can see. Okay. So it was just an appeal, a way of appealing for more assistance. But instead he got the sack.
Yes.
Okay. Why? Because the leaders don't want to take the responsibility. They just want to pass the blame or even bury their heads under the sand. And it cannot work because everyone is seeing what is happening. And they are brothers and sisters, okay? But this time round, I believe the leaders should be leaders enough to say yes, it is our responsibility. They have the meteorological department. They have the agricultural department, okay? Both national and county. And this hunger did not just happen overnight, okay? People did just not sleep and wake up hungry the following day. It was a process. If you see a person dying, he has been hungry for almost 4 months, okay? And the leaders were there and they knew, okay? And this time round, they are running away from the blame. I think they should be men enough and leaders enough and take the blame, just like the Americans do. Yeah. The Americans, they take responsibility and resign immediately.
Yes.
Okay. That is the highest point of saying, I'm sorry. Okay. And from there, there is solidarity even among the ones that have resigned, okay? And they take up from there and try to find out the solution to the predicament. So this time round, I think leaders should be, you are a very democratic society, okay? So if you stand up and say, yes, I think it was an oversight.
Yes.
And then from there, you don't just say it was an oversight and go back to your office in Nairobi. You start sorting the mess from that point, from the village. In fact, I don't expect an MP whose people are starving to be in Nairobi doing what? Okay? You should be busy. You should be busy. You should be busy withdrawing money from CDF, emergency kits, okay, and feeding his hungry people. Yeah.
Or coordinating some help
Yes.
of some type.
Yes.
Just as Mr. Kimathi is saying,
Yes.
leaders don't lead people to trouble. Leaders lead people to some good vision
Yes.
ahead. Now, if the leader is not visionary, the leader is not leading people to the right direction. The right direction is, food is everything. Food is health. Food is energy to work. Food, literally, through food, you can be able to get other children and populate your place. Now, if these people are going through this kind of problem, and not that in Meru or even the regions that are perceived to be food sufficient, we just heard from the news that people from Roire is just a few kilometers from Meru town.
Yes.
Yeah, Isiolo is 25 kilometers away. In fact, Isiolo has come into Meru quite to some extent. Now, if people, even in the neighboring counties, like Meru, are suffering, Baringo, while we were on off air, you mentioned that the table, the water table is really close
to the surface.
Close to the surface.
Yes.
Now, that is serious, that all the money with the CDF, all the money in the county,
The allocation from
11 billion?
About 10.2 billion given to Kana County.
Yeah.
Yes.
10.2 billions.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Now, Nairobi gets about that.
About 12.7.
12.7.
Yes.
Now, Nairobi has a population of about 4 million people. Plus.
Yes.
Now, there is so much infrastructure
Yes.
and, services to be offered to Nairobi.
Yes.
And demand. Now, county with less than 1 million people, or about 1 million, they should be able to live like in Canaan.
Yes.
Go fetch that water.
They have a lake, number one.
Yes.
They have vast lands, and they have the water tables are close to the surface, and they have they are vast in terms of land. They have Lake Turkana, freshwater lake.
The freshwater lake,
But they are still suffering.
Yes.
The question is why?
Now,
What
this
is going on?
this is about not caring, because if you care enough, countries like Israel, Israel desalinates the water and produces food enough for them and food even for export.
Yes.
Now, Israel, you may say, oh, they have the technology, they can do it, they are rich.
Yes.
They were not a rich, known country until 1948 when they actually put together a country.
Yes.
But they are able to do these things. There are other countries that have major, like big populations. India. I've not seen news. I've seen news of, Indians had some floods, in the south.
Yes.
And people are suffering because of the floods. They have no food. I've seen issues to do with cold in the north. northern part of India.
Yes.
That people are dying because they were not prepared, you know, for serious winter, like serious snow.
Yes.
But in a country where we have all the favor, you know, if it's not rain, that is enough. We have good environment. We have flat, big lands, which we can collect this vast amount of water that we just waste.
Yes.
We must hold our leaders accountable.
Yes.
And we must tell them this is wrong.
Yes.
It is wrong to do nothing and expect somehow these problems will disappear.
Yeah.
10 years to come,
Yes.
these problems will disappear. Let me mention quickly, I think it's 2011 when we had Kenyans for Kenya.
Kenyans. Yes.
Yeah, at that time, I was the president of Kenyans in Korea. We mobilized resources, and I actually presented our contribution to even the current, Mr. Abbas Gulet,
Yes.
the Secretary General.
Yes, Red Cross. Yes.
At that time in the office of the former Vice President. When I was given my time to make a little speech and contribution, I said, this, with all the other things that Kenyans are doing, should oversee and make sure that these affected counties do not go through such a problem again. Those are about 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago. We are in the same situation.
Yes.
People sat down to plan. People discussed of solutions for that problem, that time. It is the same thing we are doing. Why are we doing the same thing? Because these guys in charge, or who are supposed to be charged to implement those solutions, take it not their problem. Those are normal guys, poor guys down there, let them die. Anyway, I need to, put them in my pocket.
Yes.
And if this is the condition, it's very sad because these are real lives. It's not number of people who died. It's a real father, real brother, and a real husband who actually has died.
Right.
And a real Kenyan.
It's life.
My brother. Yeah.
It's life taken.
Yeah.
Yes.
So hunger, I've seen the devolution minister, CS, say they will continue supporting and doing these things. If dams money is not going to be followed to solve these kind of problems, stop the rhetoric.
It's too
It's
much.
a rhetoric. Yeah. So let us do the right things and let us hold our leaders accountable. I do. And I request the CAs to follow up that those dams that are in those affected areas, actually the money is gotten back. When you say 126 billion is allocated to a dam just next to you here, that's not small money.
True.
That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
gentlemen, let's look at a clip that our reporter John Java Kenya had collected information, from the residents of Meru concerning those people that succumb to, issues of starvation in Turkana County and other parts of the county. Let's take a look, and when we'll be back, we'll look at is it okay to be skeptical about our leaders and the grants they get because of these issues of starvation, especially in areas that have been named marginalized? Let's take a look at that clip.
Imekuwa moja ya ajenda kuu nne za serikali na ni swala ambalo limekuwa likisumbua Wakenya tangu jadi. Ili si jambo jingine, ni njaa ambao kwa sasa humu nchini imekuwa donda sugu. Viongozi wakiulizwa wanasema, ama serikali ikiulizwa inasema hakuna yule ambaye ameweza kuangamia kutokana pia na njaa, na kuna wengine wanasema ya kwamba njaa ni kitu ambacho kinaweza dhibitika. Mwananchi wa kawaida anasema ya kwamba njaa ni swala ambalo linafaa kuchukuliwa kwa umakini zaidi, na kuna wale ambao wanasema ya kwamba kuna wale ambao washaangamia katika janga hili. Limegubika maeneo kama Baringo na Turkana. Tumeweza kupiga kambi maeneo tofauti tofauti tupate maoni ya Wakenya kuhusiana pia na hili swala la njaa, tujue serikali inafanya kila liliwezalo kuhakikisha kuwa mwananchi wa kawaida ananufaika. Mimi naitwa John Java Kenya. Hebu kwanza tupate makala ya sauti ya mwananchi.
Ukweli kabisa, kuna maneno nilisikia kwa redio nikasirika sana, kwa sababu kama serikali inatamka yenyewe ati hakuna njaa, serious, hiyo ni mambo ambaye inaweza stumu watu, kwa sababu watu wanajua kuna njaa. Sehemu zingine kama Pokoti, Turkana, hapa ambaye tunapelekanga injili, ukweli kuna njaa. Tuseme kama kwa upupi mtu mnasema ya kwamba alikufa sababu alikuwa na sinda jingine, kama hakuwa na njaa, hata kama ni ugonjwa wa kichwa ama utumbo angekufa. Sababu serious ni njaa. Mtu hawezi kufa ovyo ovyo namna hiyo. Na kwanza kabisa serikali wanakaa kwa maofisi, wanakaa kwa kazi zao. Wakitaka kujua mahali njaa iko, wauliza wananchi ama waulize hao wakubwa wandogo wanajua njaa. Lakini mtu akiwa Nairobi bado anasema hakuna njaa, kwani ni utafiti gani wamemfanyia ili ajue sio njaa imemuua? Serious, hiyo maneno imenikasirisha sana. Hata sio Turkana peke yake, wakiteremka haraka hapa, wakiteremka hata si mbali hapa kutoka Meru town ama county ya Meru hapa Ruiru, kuna njaa kubwa sana. Please watu washughulikiwe, kwa sababu tunajua mvua imepita, mvua ikunyesha mahali kubwa ni kidogo tu. Tukiteremka haraka hapa mimea iko karibu hapa, lakini hizi ni huko kabisa. Kama tumesikana na upande wa Ukambani hakuna vyakula hata kidogo.
Ile njaa iko Kenya. Kama serikali nataka kusaidia wananchi, iwasaidie na irrigation. Juu sababu siku hizi mvua imefungua sana. Serikali tena iwajengee mandamu. Mvua inanyesha, maji inaenda kwa Indian Ocean. Ikisaidia watu na maji ya kulima, njaa itafungua Kenya. Sababu tunalima, mvua inapotea.
Juu kama serikali ndio inatufanya tukuliwa na hii njaa, juu ukiona chakula yenye inaletwa na maroli kwa kusaidia watu, unaona kuna watajiri wanafisha kwa masto yao ama kwa nyumba yao. Pia ikifikia machifu, chifu wenyewe wanachukua hizo vitu, wanaanza kutuuzia. Tuseme kama ni fertilizer ama materials ya kupanda, za kulima. So tunataka serikali ya uhuru na wao viongozi wengine wajali majirani ya wenye wanakuliwa na njaa, juu vitu ziko kwa mikono yao. Sasa tukipika kura, wanaingia huko manyumbani Nairobi, wanahama mahali yetu, wanaenda Nairobi ama pahali pengine. Ndio wanaongea wakiwa ubali, na wenye waliwapea kura waingie masinani waone shinda zetu.
Jambo lingine ambalo tunapaswa kulielewa ni kwamba Boy Child amepotea katika kazi na majukumu yake. Girl Child amebaki kule nyumbani, yeye ndiye anaenda kulima, hana exposure, labda hajaelimishwa, hajaelezwa namna ya kilimo. Boy Child mwenye kwa town ama mwenye kwa mtahani anazulura tu ama akona ile hekima, yeye hataki kujihusisha kwa mambo ya ukulima. Na pia nisema ya kwamba wasomi, jameni, hebu turudi mule mashambani tukalime. Kama hatutalima tupeane mawaidha, sababu wale Girl Child analima wanahitaji advice. Sababu kama mimi nilikuwa Turkana last week, na mule Turkana nilipata kwamba hata walimi wakana mashamba makubwa. Utashangaa Turkana hawana shida ya maji vile sisi usema, vile sisi ufikiria, but wao hawana ile tamanduni ya kulima, hawana kabisa. Sasa na sisi huku tuko tunapaswa pia kuwa careful. Hapa Tigania watu wanaangamia njaa. Huku chini pande ya Gyaki, chini ya Gyaki huko watu wanaangamia na njaa. Na mwisho ningependa kusema ni ya kwamba wazee waamke. Wazee nyinyi amkeni, mmelala sana. Wamama wanalima, hawana hekima, hawana maarifa ya ukulima, hawajui hizi mbegu ziko wapi. Wale ambao tunajua mbegu, nyumba zile ambazo zinauza mbegu, we call them stockists, wale wazuri wako na vitu za kuuza, mama hajui wako wapi.
Naweza furahia kuambia serikali wanaweza angalia mahali kama Turkana. Unakuta ng'ombe inakufa, unakuta mtu anakufa, na hapa wanakuja kutuletea vitu kama hii. Naweza waambia kama serikali, hata kama ni za county, hata ni ngaba na tofauti, wasirikiane na ngaba na ule wa Turkana. Angalau tu wawekie hata hii pesa wanapewa kidogo, wasaidie ule wa Turkana, watoe mambawa huko, yaani watoboe mambawa ile ya maji ili isaidie ule Mturkana.
Naangalia ile changamoto kwa Kenya njaa, wengine ni kujitakia tu. Ukiangalia kama watu wa Turkana wako na mali mingi kama ng'ombe, mbuzi nini. Unajua wakati wa kiangazi ng'ombe zinaanguka. Wewe kuliko ungoje ng'ombe yanguke, siuze ng'ombe nunue unga weka nyumba kuliko usumbue serikali kila wakati saidia. Utasaidiwa mpaka lini? Ndio sababu unaona unaweza kuwa hata unaweza kuwa na shilingi, yaani unaweza kuwa na shilingi kwa nyumba, alafu unaenda kuomba shindano. Na shindano ya shilingi hiyo tu. Sasa ndio sababu unaona kama watu wa Turkana kuvanja ni kupenda kwao. Juu kuna mtu kama watu walingo nayo shindano ni kitu moja. Kwa zingine tuseme kunyeshi. Viongozi wao ndio wabaya. Juu ukifanya irrigation watu wanunuliwa kama tuseme wafanywe irrigation kama wapanduka kama masukuma nini. Watashika hiyo mundi na wataenda kupanda na wajisaidie. Ndio wakisimbua hizo mambo tuseme kama yani washimbua kama ile ndemu kama ile pesa ilikuliwa na mkubwa wao. Hiyo sasa tuseme hiyo pesa tuseme ingewasaidia wasimbue ndemu, wafanye irrigation, mashamba yako mzuri. Sasa hapo wangekuwa wanalia njaa, watalia njaa mpaka leo kama wasipotoa viongozi. Mtu akiguza wao wanasema mtu wetu anaonewa. Kama mimi niko hapa sasa toa hata kilo moja mahindi yana balingo kufanya nini? Nao ndio ukiangalia, yani zaidi zote mahali usokozi yuko ndio njaa iko.
Hakuna yule mtu anapaswa kulaumiwa, si serikali ama wenyeji. Lakini ukweli wa mambo ni kwamba serikali pia inaweza ikahusika kwa njia moja ama ile ingine. Kwa namna gani? Waende sehemu zile watu ambao wamekula wakashiba, sehemu kama Meru, sehemu kama huko sehemu zingine hata Nairobi na Mombasa, huko wachukue kitu kidogo huko ndio wapelekee watu wa Isiolo ama Turkana ama watu wengine wale wanaumia kwa njaa.
Serikali inakuanga na pesa, inaweza kuwasaidia wananchi wa Kenya. Kwa maana ile CDF inatengwa, inaweza fanya watu kusimbua ile mandamu ili watumie wapate mazao ya kutosha.
Ninajua kuko na chakula katika magara ya serikali. Swali langu kubwa ni mbona wakati tunatumika kupiga kura sinafika hata kwa ndege na sinafika wakati ambao unafaa. Wakati watu wanakufa na njaa, hakuna gari ya kupeleka msaada kule. Na wakati kura zinahesabiwa, kuna ndege inachukua zile makaratasi ya kupiga kura inapeleka. Mbona serikali iangalia watu na ndio wanapiga kura? I think serikali inastahili iwe na mbinu mwafaka wakujua kama watu hawana chakula, wajue vile wataweza kuwasaidia. Si chakula pekee, wanaweza hata wanunulie ile mifugo yao, wasaidike na ile pesa.
Juu wanafaa wachimbe hii visima mingi. Juu kisima ikipatikana watu watapata maji. Visima ikipatikana wanaweza fanya hata hii boo za kulima. Saa miradi kama hiyo ndio serikali inafaa iangalie, si kuwa wanapelekea watu chakula na waangalie venye watu wanaweza saidika kwa venye wanaweza invest wao wenyewe wapate chakula. Saa mimi na challenge kwanza serikali kama hii ya national government, juu waangalie venye watu wanaweza survive kwa wao wenyewe bila kupatiwa misaada. Juu leo ukiwapatia msaada leo, saa kesho uwapatie, kesho kutu uwapatie. Badala utafute binu yenye wanaweza faidika kwa kuwatafutia njia za maji, venye wanaweza pata maji. Juu unaangalia mtu anaenda kama 40 kilometers, imagine kutafuta maji.
Kama vile nimesema, kwangu mimi naona hata hakuna haja ya kuanza kuitisha pay bill number tena, kwa sababu hii shughuli yote ingekuwa, hii shida yote ingekuwa imetatuliwa kitambo through devolution. Devolution ilikuwa ikuje ndio ishughulikie hizo shida, watu wakuwe wako na serikali karibu na wao, services iwe iko karibu na mwananchi, iwe shida mwananchi inaweza ikafikia wale wanaohusika kwa ukaribu na tena kwa njia inayofaa. Hakuna sehemu hata kidogo sahihi ambayo haina mwakilishi wa serikali, either ya national government ama ya county government. Hakuna sehemu ambayo ward sahihi ambayo haina MCA. Kazi yao watu ni nini? Hakuna county haina woman representative. Hawa nafikiri walikuwa wakuwa wanaangalia wale the most vulnerable ambao ni children and women. What are they doing? Kwa hivyo hata kama ni blame ya kwanza, mimi ningesema county government is to blame ikiwa ya kwanza, national government is to blame ikiwa ya pili, na ya...
We have watched that clip. Gentlemen, you've taken a look at the clip. What do you think? I mean, people are saying that now we don't want to contribute. We do not want to contribute to those people dying in Turkana. People have given insensitive comments. Let them now carry their own crosses because year in, year out, we do the same thing. They have leadership. Devolution now has come a step closer. It's at their doorstep. But it has failed the people. The people have failed, they have failed themselves. The national government has failed them by giving them over 10-point-something billion, and still people are dying of hunger. What do you gentlemen think of that?
I believe the people are right in their own opinions, and nobody is in a hurry this time around to contribute because we've contributed enough.
Yes.
And we look like every time we are reinventing the wheel. And not that we have the hearts,
yes,
but we are tired of leadership in terms of food production. So I hear of policies about making Kenya food secure. Okay,
the Big Four agenda.
And yeah,
yes,
and the little knowledge that I have, I know there is nothing like being food secure. In America right now, 40 million people suffer food insecurity.
40 million people.
40 million. 1 in 8 Americans are food insecure. 12 million American children are food insecure.
But they do not starve to death.
But then again, there's a difference between food insecurity and hunger.
Yes.
Okay. Hunger is having no food at all. Food insecurity is just a disruption in quantity and quality of food. But at least there is food on the table. Okay, it's like eating githeri when you are used to eating beef and chapatis. Okay, and then you eat githeri for 3 days. So in America they classify that as a measure of food insecurity. Okay, or like having a meal a day when you're supposed to have 2 meals a day. Okay, so surely when Kenyans talk about, or when policy leaders in Kenya talk about food insecurity or food security, they are defining to us the wrong concept. Okay, they should first concentrate on minimizing hunger. Okay, you cannot eradicate hunger; you can just minimize hunger. Okay, because different parts of the country have been blessed differently resource-wise. Okay. And for a long time, there are areas that are known to be pastoralists. Okay, they only depend on animals, on their livestock. So they sell and buy some other kind of food. So you cannot compare that with the highlands. Okay, so when there is famine, those areas people will suffer more. Number 2, I think as Kenya, we either have the wrong policy on food, or we have the right policy. But us as Kenyans and our leaders, we have failed our own policy. Okay. For example, look at Turkana. They have an allocation this year of 10.2 billion as a county. But we've not seen even an eighth of that amount go to food emergencies. Okay. Turkana, they are having a cultural festival from 19th to 22nd of April. okay, and they are going to spend 20 million Kenya shillings. And only one MCA is opposed to that.
Yes.
Only one MCA is opposed to that. Okay. So in 2 weeks' time, Turkana will spend 20 million on jumping and shouting for 7 days, and then 20 million will burn just like that. Okay. While just around there, people are starving and people are dying. Okay. Those are misplaced priorities by design, not by default. They have planned for that. Okay. So as Prof said, I think first and foremost, we don't have hearts, okay? We have hearts of stone. That's why people in Rift Valley, farmers in Rift Valley, 2 weeks ago they were demonstrating. The government is not buying their maize. Yesterday I saw a farmer saying now we are milling this maize for our animals, okay? While at the same time, just 50 kilometers down from that place in Baringo, people are starving, people are dying. They need that maize desperately. It's a matter of the heart. Why shouldn't these leaders of ours just buy that maize, okay? Just take money from the checker, even if it was not planned. Buy the maize from the farmers, okay? Get trucks 50 kilometers down the road. Even if they don't give those Baringo residents maize for free, let them do a barter trade, okay? We give you a bag of maize for 3 goats or for 1 cow, okay? Because cows will eventually die, okay? Then they take those livestock, they take to KMC, they get them slaughtered, and they export to Arabia and Middle East, and they take that money back to the exchequer, okay? They have not lost a coin, and they have saved life.
So the leaders are failing the
So I believe it's a matter of policy and a matter of heart at the same time. Yes.
Yeah, when we say leaders, people think of people too far away. People who will come in a very big car. A person who will, come very dressy, and just by the appearance, they keep people away. Even to understand their problem is difficult. Early in the conversation, Kimathi mentioned that an MP from this area should not be in Nairobi. It should rather be in
sorting his people.
Mashinani.
Especially at that time.
At this time now. At this time.
They should be exempted.
Yes. And they have 3 days in a week to do that. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's not a problem, even sometimes on Mondays. So they can do so much and still attend to their normal duties. Food distribution is the only solution to, food insecurity.
Right.
Because when somebody is producing a lot of potatoes in Kiberechia, which is in the same location of Meru, they don't have bananas because they can't grow very well in very cold area. So they'll get bananas from down the side of, Nkobo, and those guys will get bananas, these guys will get potatoes. And life is like that. You are not gifted or given everything. Even human beings, we are different. Every place is unique. They grow different things. They grow according to the soil, according to even the culture of the people. So having goats from Baringo, I remember during the campaigns, the vice president, that is now we say deputy president,
Deputy Dr. Ruto.
Dr. Ruto, with the president, when they went out to campaign, they said we will put insurance, policies on your livestock. I'm reminding our leaders, especially they are the highest in position. When you tell those guys that you're gonna do this, they put all trust.
And they even,
yes, on you, and they
don't
literally
even know what insurance is.
Yeah, but they put their trust in you.
But they believe you.
They believe you.
Yes.
And they know all their problems will be solved.
Yes.
My leader has said.
Insurance.
Yeah. If it's a problem of implementation, sack those guys who are not doing their work.
Yes.
But those guys can be helped. You can't have 300 cows, and when it's dry, they all
don't
die.
profit. Yeah.
We talked of fridges. Refrigerating their milk and processing their milk.
Yes.
For cheese, milk to drink, butter, to use for bread. All these things can come out from there.
Yes.
That's revenue. This revenue can buy maize from Meru or from other island places like Kitale, or buy tea from Kericho. So what we're saying is food distribution is the key to solving the problem of hunger. It has to be designed. Other countries design in counties. A county is known for something famous. Yeah, another county is known for something famous. That way we can be able to solve the food distribution problem. But if we do not develop areas to their unique, agricultural produce, we will keep having people like my brother who said he doesn't want to help because both the people and the leaders have not really taken a lot of time.
Yes.
Yeah. And if our leaders want to keep our people very in these kind of conditions, it will be difficult even to be a leader in the future. Imagine you keep losing people to hunger and their property. You'll not be a good leader.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll not be a good leader.
Mr. Kimathi,
Yes.
Turkana is an oil-rich county. A few weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, the president passed into a bill that will see oil-rich counties get 25% of revenue collected, from those minerals. Tala Oil estimated that they could get about they could fetch 100 billion in revenue for the country. That means that about 25 billion shillings will go back to the county government of Turkana.
Right.
So the county government of Turkana, if they're to start drilling oil, they'll get 25 billion
every
plus,
year.
Plus
Plus the
10.2
normal
billion.
money.
That's a lot of money.
36.
Yeah.
About 36 billion
Yes,
shillings.
right.
People are asking, isn't that taking the joke too far? Because people are even dying of starvation, even with that 10 billion. What will happen? What will happen if they get 35?
I believe.
Are they going to die more?
I believe there will be no change. And if Turkana is not careful, it's going to get worse. Okay, because it's not that help is not near.
Yes.
They have the help that they need. Okay, just their leaders don't have the will to help their people.
Yes.
Okay, what has 10.3 billion done, even as far as feeding the hungry right now is concerned? Nothing. It's I'm seeing just Wamalwa troubling himself in Nairobi how to solve the issue of Turkana, while the government, county government of Turkana has the resources.
Has funds.
It's not making even any move or even any calls from outside. So even if you give them $1 trillion, they'll do nothing. Okay, they'll do nothing unless the leaders themselves come to their senses and change their hearts. It's a matter of the heart now, okay? Because Turkana has an aquifer, okay, water, underground reserve, that geologists said it holds water the volume of the same as the volume of Lake Turkana.
Lake Turkana, yes, very vast.
Yes. So even if the leaders of Turkana say, even if we drill this water, of which I don't know which is better, pumping water out of Lake Turkana that is already on top of the, or drilling a lake underground, whichever, But nobody wants to mention the word water in Turkana, especially the leaders. Okay.
Do you smell a rat? I mean,
definitely. Let me tell you. let me tell you what I believe.
Yes.
Hunger and poverty is $1 trillion business. So there are people that would want to maintain the status quo, okay, because that is where they eat and drink, okay,
for their own gain.
So if they kill hunger, it's like shooting themselves on the legs. It's like killing themselves.
Yes.
Okay, and that is not only for those leaders. Yes. Globally, hunger and poverty is $1 trillion business.
Yeah.
And nobody would want to kill it, especially the stakeholders that benefit from it.
It actually is said
yes.
By activists around the world, you know, like NGOs,
yes.
Majority,
yes.
not all, majority of NGOs spend 90% of the money they raise
yes.
to help the poor on, you know,
themselves,
activities of the office, salaries, and, you know, cars, advocacy, papers. Now, 10%
with county governments.
Yeah, so now 10% of the money they collect
yes.
to go and actually, we have the poor people, you know, they'll show
they produce
a kid of a Turkana, you know, person.
Photos taken years back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Travel abroad.
Yes.
Or ask relief from, you know, friends and so on.
Yes.
Yeah, if somebody is making this a business, which could be true, they should be checked.
It is true. It is true.
Yeah,
why do you have food for the hungry?
Yeah.
Why do you have UN food, UN aid? Why do you have they're calling it what? World Food Organization.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So these things we will have to really not just say policy, not just say leaders. We need to, you know, check our hearts, check our thoughts, and our being, and our motives.
Right.
So that when we say we want to use the water from Lake Turkana, we actually mean it, that we want 1 million people to feed their cows, if that is the culture, and sell products from the cows and buy produce for other, you know, use in the family, because meat and milk, that's just protein. You need all, you know, the triangle food in order to be healthy and avoid diseases like kwashiorkor or
malnutrition.
In fact, this Turkana government, what it could have done, they could have just drilled that water and let it flow to the grassland. Even if the residents don't farm, let it flow to the grassland.
Yes.
Let the cows have fodder. Okay, they will be healthy. They will reproduce, and the Turkanas will have sufficient of their livestock to sell and to feed from it. No farming, no nothing. They will be well. They will be home and dry.
With the uproar that all this has caused, more than ever, do you think we'll have a repeat of it?
You said it's a definite.
Definitely.
You asked about 25 billion.
Yes.
25 billion, everything without a plan and execution to implement the plan, it will always happen. I said 11 years ago, 10 years ago, sorry, or about, we raised a lot of money, Kenyans for Kenya, you know, Kenyans for Kenyans. A lot of money, and there were committees to deal with those issues, and they had a very good proposal, you know, what to do and how to do it. 10 years later, we have the same problem. In structure, in effect, you know, and design. In design. 10 years later, even if you have 30 trillion, if you do not do anything that is well focused, accessible, and see the results, you know, to show, still we will have a lot of problems. 25 billion will become even a major problem for the people, because either leaders will take the money, steal the money. I need to keep this thing of taking. Misappropriate
funds.
Yeah?
Yes.
Because there are no priorities. Like the 20 million they're gonna use in
jumping and shouting for 7
enjoying
days.
a festival.
Yes.
You know, so you have more of unnecessary things happening, making a very expensive seat and shoes or things just to satisfy what they
Gentlemen,
see.
is this a call to the DCI, the Auditor General, and the DPP? You know, people
should get to
lives
work.
have been lost.
Yeah, they should get to work because
there is money around.
Yes.
Money is not spent for food, and we are hungry.
Yes.
Okay, where is the money going? You see, there is no point of spending money on infrastructure when you are hungry. How can you build a road when you have not eaten?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a basic need.
Yeah.
Should someone go to
So the basic needs first.
Should someone go to jail?
Well, that is up
if
to
you're
the
in the
DCI.
DCI's
if they find or what people are saying,
culpable people, culpable.
Yes, because it's been misappropriated. Because those are some of the reason why a county which has so many people receive equal or almost equal revenue is so that to equalize through the years, they, you know, especially the northeastern part, was left without attendance.
Yes.
So if this money is not doing what they're supposed to do, there is no point of denying counties that can actually do so much and help or have factories or, you know, manufacturing plants with people mingling and understanding, changing culture. If the government, let's say for example, persuaded big organizations that make a lot of money to go out there and, you know, diversify in the way they make money. Let's say for example you go put up a manufacturing plant of, you know, not manufacturing, processing plant for meat and milk and cheese, you know, and all these things in these areas. You invest 5 billion and then you bring in.
Who is going to do that? Who is going to do that?
Let's say, for example, of course, they are private companies.
Because you've seen it's not the government, I mean.
Yeah, they're not. Most of the things that are done in the world, they're not done by the government. The government persuades by cutting, you know, like slicing some, you know, taxes off, encouraging these companies. Let's say, for example, not Samsung, Safaricom or Sports Pesa or these other companies that are really making a lot of money from the local Kenyans. Every time you call, every time you text, every time you view your Facebook, this money is actually running into these mega companies. So it's just to encourage them. Come, put up a plant here of 5 billion, employ 30,000 people to actually process these kind of things and help the communities around here. As they see, they will demand. Our cows have no, you know, my cow didn't eat properly, so I can't take enough milk like my friend who is next to me. That way, they will account, you know, they will make their leaders to be accountable. Because you see your friend, oh, you know, he took 10 liters of milk out of one cow because the cow had enough food, there was water in their place. You will start saying, I want mine too. Yeah? But if they have all these 300 or 400 or 1,000 cows, just to see and know I have 1,000 cows, it's my wealth. But when hunger strikes, half of them or 3/4 die. There is no value. So companies like these companies I just mentioned, they should, you know, be encouraged, and also themselves go out there and see how they can diversify and make more money. At the same time, we'll be solving problems like of manufacturing and industry.
gentlemen, these areas have freshwater lakes. Like, for instance, Lake Turkana. We've seen they have water beds that are close to the surface. In history, anywhere in the world, has it ever occurred that a group maybe known to be pastoralists has changed and now maybe has adopted something like agriculture, like farming?
I believe that, well, I've no idea. I've never seen such.
Yes.
So to take a deliberate attempt and strategy by the national government first to change the thinking of people to diversify their sources of food, or maybe to embrace some other types of food production. Okay, but I believe it all lies upon the national government policy. Okay, because as much as we talk, if the initiative is not from the national government, it's bound to fail. For example, in China are not farmers as such, and they are the most populated nation in the world. Okay, but we don't hear about hunger in China. Why? Because the government policy is that everything is edible. Okay.
Everything is edible. It's government policy.
Yes. Okay. So in China, they eat grass the way you eat cabbages. They fry grass very well. Grass, literally. Grass. Yes.
If cows can eat and you eat cow, cows eat
grass indirectly.
In China, there's nothing like abominated animals.
Yes.
It's an abomination to eat that or to eat that. No. They eat both natural and artificial stuff.
You know, they have a market
They
full
eat
of
tortoise,
frogs.
they eat dogs, they eat snakes. Very well fried and served, okay, even in high-class hotels, okay. They eat even, that's where we get artificial rice and artificial eggs from China, okay. So in China, food is not a problem because the government policy is that everything is edible. So, and that has sunk into every Chinese, wherever he goes into the world, okay. So even if he comes to Kenya, he won't even remember Kenya there is a lot of food, so there is no point of eating frogs and tortoise. No, you'll go for the tortoise first in Kenya, and then the dogs before he comes to your chicken at Kenchik. So it's all about
government policy.
Yeah, and you asked a question about is there a place that has used arid areas to change?
Yes.
I know of Dubai. I've seen a video of Dubai, like especially the place where you have, the big hotels and
the Burj Khalifa and Burj Al Arab.
Yes, and the Palm Beach thing. They used to use camels moving along, in very hot place.
Yes.
But their leaders, once they started drilling the oil, they knew their oil will go down and down and down and down. And now that we are selling to people who are not even drilling theirs, it will become a problem in the future. 100 years later, after we finish everything, they were stocking theirs, we will have to buy from them.
Yes.
So through the king at that time, they decided our city will be a free transit city, tax-free, so that they collect a lot of people who transit through Dubai. Then we want this. This is the goal. How do we meet the goal? We have to build the best hotels. We have to build the best infrastructure. We have to do something that will make these people come and buy and actually invest in our country.
Tourism.
Tourism. So our northern eastern part is not like Dubai. There are other cultural things that we can thrive in. Who said cattle rustling cannot be a happy event? Use unnatural bullets with fake guns, artificial. Go steal the cows and people come. In India, there's a place called, it's in Gujarat. It's a desert, and they have camel riding. people, through Modi, who became the prime minister later, he was the minister for, chief minister for Gujarat, they made that desert place a place for tourism. Every year, thousands, if not millions of people come there for camel riding.
And spend some money.
Spend a lot of money.
Yes.
You know, like 3 months event, you know. Now, we have so many things we can do to lift and improve our country in. The Ferris wheel in France, many years ago, was built to bring in tourists. Yeah. In Canada, they have the canoe and boating. You know, they call it the Dragon Boat Festival. It brings a lot of people from all over the world. You know, in the water. So if you are not in abundance, there are things you can think and creatively help improve your place. And that takes vision, courage, and focused leaders to do it. You don't imagine of Dubai with a Palm Beach, you know, shape in the ocean, and you do nothing, you know, or the tallest building on earth, and then you do nothing.
Yes,
you've gotta do something. So our leaders, our people, we have a joint call to help our people not starve through creative ways of alleviating poverty. Create money, buy your food. Yeah, people in Nairobi, they don't farm, but they eat and they drink. When you go to Kakoromone at night, 4 a.m., 3 a.m., how many lorries stand there?
Yes.
Ferrying food to Nairobi and Mombasa and
funny
Nakuru.
enough, food is not very expensive in Nairobi.
Yeah.
It is not
So,
very expensive.
so I don't see why.
It's about distribution, as Professor.
Yeah, a kid in Turkana, a kid in Turkana should not get enough food. It means even what they have actually do not generate the income they need in order to have all the food they need for their good health.
As we wind up, because time is not on our side, what do you think, Mr. Kimathi? Should we have this conversation today and then have it a decade from now?
Well, if all matters remain constant, I think we shall have so many like this. So many discussions like this when people are dying of hunger. Okay, if the stakeholders do nothing about it, the status will just remain like that. Okay, because those people that are being affected will not think for themselves because they're already hungry. Okay, they are looking for ways to survive, to eat anything. Okay, they are not thinking. So it's only their leaders that are fed that can think for them, and it will take hearts. Okay, I support DP Ruto. The fact that he said we have sufficient food. In fact, in Kenya we have more than sufficient food. But it comes back to Professor's point. It's all about distribution. Okay, and the people that should aid that distribution, they are the leaders of the people, especially the people that are affected, to make sure, because we don't farm in our county or we don't get sufficient food, then before our people change their culture of producing food or getting their sources of food or income, let us subsidize by getting food from the food baskets early enough to our people, and not wait until they've started dying. Okay, so if leaders don't change, if we don't stop failing our food policy, then I believe these discussions about hunger and blame games will continue forever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Professor,
Yeah.
what do you have to say?
I concur.
Final words?
I concur.
You concur. You say you rest your case?
I could add by saying This has happened. We have lost brothers, a husband of somebody, a wife of somebody, a grandmother of someone, a child of somebody. It's not numbers. We should